good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this video. This is Rock the TOON. Right, as you can see, got a picture of our new loan signing, Lewis Hall. As far as I know, this is a loan deal until next summer. And then basically we got a deal for 28 million with 7 million in add-ons, so performance bonuses, etc. This guy had no hesitation, this lad, to come to us. He's been a lifelong Newcastle fan. He's been at Chelsea. He started as a youth player and he was 7 years old. And he's worked his way up the ranks. And from what I've seen, he's an all-round quality player. Now, his midfield is his, I won't say his preferred position, but that's where he plays. But he can also play as a left back. But he's played a lot of left back. So Newcastle's looked at him and thought, this guy, we can really improve him. You know, he'd be like Dan Burns' understudy, you know, and Dan Burns can teach him a lot. Like, you know, I mean, he's a future star for Newcastle, and I think he'll do well. Like Livermore on the other side, you know, he'll learn from Kieran Trippier, and he'll be fantastic. You know, I mean, you know, he started with Chelsea as 7-year-old, worked his way up the ranks. Started his debut for England under 15s. He played three games. Under 16s, he played 6 times for England, scoring once. Under 18s, he played 9 times, scoring once. Under 19, 6 games, and he's played 1 game for the under 21s. So that's a pretty good record for England there now. They don't play many games in the teams, but just to get into those teams is really good. But you think there now, he played 25 games for England in 5 different age groups. And that's just brilliant. Yeah, he played for Chelsea, made his debut 21-22 season. He came on as a sub. Oh, actually, I think he played in senior debut against Sheffield in the FA Cup. But just before that, in December 21, he played against Brentford away in the EFL trophy and they won 2-0. But in the FA Cup game that he played against Chesterfield, where he made his senior debut, to call it, he actually provided the assist to Lukaku. So, you know, that's done quite well there. And then he played 9 games in the 22-23 season. He made his debut in the senior squad in the Premier League. It was actually against Newcastle when we beat them 1-0 just before the World Cup. So I just think it's a future star. You know, what I've read about him, he's tall, he's beefy, you know, for an 18-year-old, he's an all-round player. I think he's doing really well for us, and all the better. I think by the look of it, he is going to be the last person coming in, but never say never. We've still got another week and a half, really. So you never know. Someone else could come in with a loan signing, maybe. But I think at the moment, I think if we do, it'd be good if we get a striker in. That's what we really need now. Is a striker. The thing is, if one of our front line not get injured, and with the amount of games we've got coming in, we're going to be stretched thin in the strike force. What's the game? Man City. You know, absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait. Now we're away. 8 o'clock kick off tomorrow night, which I will be doing a live watch along. It's going to be a tough game. But what we got to think of is with the confidence we've got from beating Villa, we can go into this game and we can, we can beat them, and we can beat them. De Bruyne is out. There's a few other players. We have the confidence that we've gone into the Villa game with. Don't even think about losing. Just go in there. Don't even think about drawing. Going in, just bash them. Just, you know, don't give them anything. Literally, so no fear. Get up the other end and let's score early. If we score early, then we can do something. We knew Villa game was going to be a tough one. This one's going to be even tougher. But the confidence we have, we can do it. It's absolutely hell of a side. I think with the team we've got, it's absolutely brilliant. Starting lineup, I think you've got going to be Hope in the goal in it. Kieran Trippier for definite. Fabian Schär. I'm thinking, it's going to have to be Botman, and it's going to be Dan Burn. Midfield, I think we'll start with Sandro, Joe Linton, maybe Miguel Almiron, and he may give he might give Harvey Barnes a start. I think he deserves it after last week. And then up front, then I think it'll be Alexander Isak starting with Anthony Gordon. I'm not sure. No, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's it. So that's the size. Callum will be on the bench again, I think. Unless he starts with Callum. It all depends. You might think start with the beefier player up front, and then bring Isak on if we need him. May even keep Callum on and take Gordon off. It all depends on how fit Gordon is. He might just take Callum off, put Alexander with Anthony Gordon, or he might start with Alexander Isak and bring Callum on later on. It depends what he looks like. It's going to be a tough game, absolutely really tough. I know in Man City, last season we drew one against them, and we lost the other game. But our Premier League history is not brilliant against Man City. As I said, they've got better and better over the years. We've only won 8 times, drew 9, and lost 29. But when you look at our overall history, all the years playing in the Division 1, 2, FA Cup, League Cup, we've won 72. They've won 75. We drew 41 times. We can start digging in on that Premier League history, getting some results. But I think we'll go into the game, and I think we'll play really well. We've just got to not let them break. We don't want to be backing off. We don't want to give them any chances. Haaland's going to be the player that we need to really stop. And I think defenders like Dan Burn, I think he'll give him run for his money. Big fella like him. I think he'll be taking him down. Just got to be careful we don't get fouled. Free kicks, lethal. I think we've got squad to go into that game tomorrow, and we can beat them. I know it's at Man City, and that's going to be different. Uh, we're not going to have the crowd behind us as much as we normally have, but we'll take a good amount of away fans. I think after last week I said after last week I think we could go in there, but we can actually win. Don't any fear. Let's just win it. You know, we've won the first game 5-1, top of the league. Doesn't mean anything really. Just said first game, but goal difference for we just if we can get 3 points straight away, that's 6 points. And to beat Man City, that means we'll be 3 points ahead of them. So that's good really for us. So hopefully then that'll put a downer on Man City. We'd have more confidence. We're going to our next game against Liverpool. And we got a good chance of winning that. You know, we played them last season. We lost both games against Liverpool. But we just met them at the wrong time. The first game, we were ripped off. It could have been a win. One goal was given offside when we weren't offside. We could have had a penalty. We got ripped off. The next game we played them, they played well. No complaints. You know, they beat us. But we can win the next two games. Now, if we win those two games, then we could be guaranteed 15 points from the first 5 games. We just have that confidence that we can do it. You know, we can keep digging down deep and saying, come on, guys, we can do it. Tough, strong, confidence. And if we do go 1-0 down, don't let it get to you. Push forward. I put forward all the last way, right? All that in. Get a ball in the net. Don't go where was wrong. But we want the fucking win. That's what we got to do. We need to get the win. So I don't know anyone watching this now what your feelings are on the game. I reckon we could go into it. If we can get a couple of goals to start without them scoring, we could win it. And it is going to be tight. I think whoever wins, I think it's going to be maybe like 2-1. It depends on the day. Possibly 3-2, you know, it's big. But we have to make sure that we score, we defend big time because I know they're like, and then hit them on the break. Well, guys, thanks for listening. Tell me what you think the result might be. Share the live for tomorrow and share this video, please. And if you're not like it. If you're not subscribed to me yet, subscribe and share my channel. And I'll see you guys 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Thank you very much. Good night.